And also notice that there is a little bit of sort of stepping back a little bit in bars 35 and 36. And even though it's not marked, you can do the same down below. Now this next bit, it actually is a little technically difficult, but you are going fourths. So that's good scale practice for your scales in fourth. But really what you need to do is really push through that technical bit. I know it can be nasty, but just push the breath through and then really open out in bar 41. So and even if you take a little bit of time, I don't have any objection. And really come back on that B flat in the first time bar so that you can really hit the F in the repeat. And I'll just check whether this piano accompaniment actually does let you slow down a little bit in bar 40. Sense to you when I actually just went out and played it, because you really do want to place that F at 41. So even if you don't slow down, really. And really be expansive there. Okay, now that I've shut my dog up, let's try this again. Now, from 47 onwards, I find is an absolutely beguiling 47 right through till to the repeat bar, which I will get to. Is the clarinet part's not doing a lot, but I like to think of it as a low bell tolling, and there are little bell-like interludes actually in the first movement, particularly just towards the end. You've got that sort of constant D sound coming through the piano, like a funeral bell tolling. And while I don't think in this piece it's a funeral bell, it definitely is a muffled low bell, and so I encourage you to actually make the sound, even though you know it's just G's, make them sound like a bell. So soft attack and bloom and then cut away again. So and also you're in the Shallow and you're a concentrated P, so really make it a concentrated P. Don't disperse the sound and lose the support just because it's soft. So and yeah, the clarinet part is very much subservient there. So I'll just show you the piano part, which I think is absolutely beguiling. There's the bells tolling. And you notice that the melody's kind of fractured into the right hand. I find that absolutely beguiling. I love this bit. So. Is in this particular piano accompaniment, the way that the clarinetist has played it is that they do a real sort of almost an accelerando through here to the RF. I don't necessarily agree with that. I prefer to do my emphasis entirely with the breath rather than with the tempo. And to me, I mean, I'm sorry I'm slagging off the recording, but in my personal view, I wouldn't speed up here because, I mean, the thing is you're crescendoing anyway, and if you crescendo and speed up, it's kind of one of the traps that you fall into very basically with your rhythm, is getting faster when it gets louder, and I don't like this aspect of this Music -1 recording. But here again, we're not just stepping forward and back, we are lunging as indicated by the RFs. So and also at the dolce really pull back there, so you've lunged forward and stepped back, and then you hold back a little bit until you wait till your opponent, see what your opponent's doing, then you lunge back in. Okay, let's try that little bit, and be aware that that on the right hand is kind of splintered with the left hand, so if you get a little bit confused, try and listen for the left hand, because the right hand's actually in the offbeats. Get a little confusing. Let's give this. This bit here gets quite intense, and even though the crescendo finishes at the B flat at around about bar 79, I would blow right through until the end of the repeat actually. So although you are getting softer, but don't let up on the intensity.